everyone, it's Meredith Fanatic back in the YouTube video, and it has been a while. You may have thought I was gone, and I just was taking a break. Wasn't really feeling motivated to make videos, but with the trade deadline coming up, I was feeling some motivation to make a video for you guys. So I've got 5 mock trades, or trade targets, I guess you could say. Present those in this video today. Sit back, enjoy the video, and let me know what you think of these trades in the comments or trades that you would like to see happen. And these are in no particular order, but of course, some of these are more likely than others. Starting off with the first trade, got Scott Barlow of the Kansas City Royals. Barlow is a free agent in 2025, so this fits like a glove for a Jerry type move, getting a player who is beyond just this season. He's having a solid season besides what some of his numbers look like. He's got some walk issues, but overall the strikeouts are good. He's got good peripheral stats. He's got some saves with the Royals, a lot of experience in late innings, and overall this is a good pen arm to target. The Royals are not anywhere close to contention, and they don't necessarily need a reliever who's going to be a free agent in a couple years. We will be sending over to the Royals Zach DeLoach and Caden Polkovich. Both are 25th and 27th ranked prospects. They're out of the same draft class in 2020. DeLoach has rose up the ranks quickly. He's having a good year in AAA. Polkovich, on the other hand, is just getting started at AA. Hasn't had as much success, but he's shown some consistency. Might not hit for average, but he's got some good power at second base and plays good defense. The Royals need hitting badly. The pitching's not great either, but I think they need hitting more than they do pitching right now. I'm no expert on the Royals farm system, so I can't say that for certain, but I do know that right now the Royals are one of the worst offenses in the league. Pitching's not that great either, but we're going to send him to minor league bats for Barlow. Next up, Eimer Candelario of the Washington Nationals. Candelario is having a good season after just a one-year deal with the Nats. Solid overall numbers. He's a guy that could play third, maybe some first, do some DHing. More of a contact hitter, but that's kind of what we need. Is our lineup is heavy with the strikeouts. So if he can get on base and produce runs, this is a guy that we could see. Jerry's not going to be too much on the rental side of things. He's probably going to be looking for players beyond just this year to build around, but at least for this year, there are a couple of smaller name guys like Candelario that we could be looking to target. We're going to be sending over Isaiah Campbell, our number 16th ranked prospect, and Devin Sweet, not ranked at our top 30. Devin Sweet's having a good year at AA. Campbell was also having a good year at AA before he got called up a couple weeks ago and saw his first big league action. Campbell is major league ready, and the Nationals desperately need pitching. Their offense is really good, actually, but they need pitching, and Candelario is a guy who's not on their team for the long term that they can get rid of and look to get some of that pitching back. Next up, we've got Carlos Santana of the Pirates. Why not trade for him again? Some people want Nelson Cruz, but if we're going to go with an old friend for that veteran presence in the clubhouse and lineup, I would go with Carlos Santana. He's having an okay year. His average offense, but overall, if he's giving us average offense, it's better than what AJ Pollock is doing. And in this trade, we're going to send AJ Pollock over there. Pollock and Santana on similar contracts. The money kind of evens out. Pollock obviously not having a great year for us. So we're going to send him to the Pirates, but to incentivize it, we're going to give them Travis Kuhn, our number 21 ranked prospect, having a good year at AA. Obviously, not all of these guys will be traded, but the names that I do say are guys that I believe could be traded or expendable in our system. There are other guys that I would stay away from. Travis Kuhn is the pick there, going over to the Pirates in this deal to get Santana back. Next up, we've got Eloy Jimenez of the White Sox, and in this trade, we're going to send them Colton Wong, Juan Ten, and Alberto Rodriguez. Wong obviously not having a good year with us. We were paying him about $8.25 to start the season. We're halfway through, so we'd be giving him about $4 million. Eloy Jimenez is owed about $4 million for the rest of the season, so that money kind of evens out. The White Sox are not in contention, even in that weak AL Central. So we're going to be sending over a couple of guys who are close to the big leagues. Ten has seen some action with us this season so far. He's had some decent innings for us with the big league club, but he's not quite ready yet. But next year he probably will, and if the White Sox want to push him, they could throw him up there this year and get him some more big league experience. Alberto Rodriguez just got promoted to AA, having a solid season in Everett to this point. He's on the 40-man roster and he's a solid outfield prospect, but ultimately I don't think he's that big name or the guy that's going to be another Julio Rodriguez or even a Kelenic. So ultimately I think he's expendable. 10's our number 22 prospect and Alberto Rodriguez is our number 26 prospect. You might think, well, Eloy Jimenez, shouldn't we be giving up more? Well, not really. Well, next year he's going to be paid $13 million. And then he has a club option in 2025 and 2026. The option in 25 is 16.5 million, and the club option is 18.5 million in 2026. This is a lot of money for a guy who's basically a DH at this point. He can't really play the field. Obviously, he's been either in left field or right field, mostly left field. So he could see some time in the outfield just to mix him in, like Teoscar Hernandez. But ultimately, right now, we've got Mike Ford, who's holding down the DH spot against righties. But Eloy would crush lefties and righties too, and he has a solid bat history. Overall, though, he's more of just a DH. I could see us keeping him on for the 2024 season, but then maybe letting him go and not exercising those two club options. Personally, I do not think that Eloy Jimenez is $16.5 or $18.5 million. He's got a great bat, but ultimately his injury history and lack of defensive ability kind of hinders that ability there. Finally, the biggest trade is going to be Paul Goldschmidt and Tyler O'Neill from the Cardinals in exchange for Emerson Hancock, Taylor Dollard, Michael Morales, and Ty France. Paul Goldschmidt, obviously the big piece here. Both Goldschmidt and O'Neill are free agents in 2025. O'Neill is currently on the injured list. He has not had a great season this year, and he's kind of had some inconsistent results. From one season where he was potentially the best left fielder in the game to what he's doing this year, not so hot. Injuries have kind of gotten in his way the last couple of years, but maybe he can get back on track here in Seattle. Obviously, Goldschmidt is a future Hall of Famer, and you know what you're getting out of him. Both these guys would be for 1.5 year rentals, and O'Neill probably more of just a 1 year rental. To balance O'Neill, you've got Taylor Dollard, who had just had surgery on his labrum. He'll be out for the rest of the year, so figure Dollard and O'Neill are done for the year. The Cardinals will be getting our number 5 prospect in Hancock. Dollard is 8. Michael Morales is number 19. These are all starting pitchers, righties, and the Cardinals are desperately seeking starting rotation help. Hancock could potentially be ready for the rotation next year. Dollard maybe the end of the season next year or the following year, and then Morales that following year in 2025 or 26 as well. So this is a move for the future of the Cardinals pitching, and we're also giving up Ty France. Now, some of you may question this, but we have to get some value in exchange. Goldschmidt has a year and a half left. Ty France has 2.5 years left. He really doesn't have that much time left on his contract. And ultimately, Ty France has not shown me enough to keep him around. He's a good hitter, decent defense, but ultimately he's not a superstar in my opinion. He has that ability, but he hasn't shown to be able to put it together. So those are the mock trades that I've got for you. Hoping to come out with another couple videos here soon. My recap of the first half, as well as a All-Star Game experience video. I went to a lot of the events over the All-Star Game weekend, so I just wanted to share my thoughts on that. But I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mariners Fanatic, out.